Hello, folks. Cecil Pearson Jr. here. If you haven't done it already, please subscribe to my channel there and hit the little bell notification. That way you know when I upload a new video. I'm trying to get better about that. I want to talk to you today about something that's near and dear to my heart, and it's called paying attention. Now, Jesus paid so much attention that he was walking through a crowd where people were pressed in. And this woman had an issue of blood. She'd been sick for 11 years. And she got in, and she was able to just touch the hem of Jesus' garment, and she was made whole. She knew that if she could just get to him and just touch his robe, that she would be healed. That was the faith that this woman had. But her faith is not the point I want to make today. Jesus felt that healing virtue leave him, and he stopped and he said, "Who touched me?" His disciples said, "Master, you're surrounded by people. How are we to know who touched you?" He said, "Someone touched me." He knew that woman had been healed. He felt that healing virtue leave him. And that's where we're going to stop with the Jesus references right this minute, and we're going to go to today. How many of you would walk through a crowd of people and know that somebody had just touched your jacket, your sweater, you know how your sleeve sticks out like that? How would you know that somebody had just touched your sleeve? Or had even touched you, for that matter? See, most folks walk around like this. Don't even pay attention to where they're going. They fall into fountains. They walk out into traffic and get hit by cars. You can't even ride down the road now without seeing drivers with their head ducked down like this, looking at that cell phone. Parents buy children cell phones. Here's your cell phone. It's connected to the internet and everything. Now leave me alone. You want to know why children act the way that they act. You want to know why people neglect to see other people that need to be helped and to be able to follow the teachings of Christ. It's because of that thing that you've got there in front of you. It is a tool of the devil to distract Christians when used improperly. Did you hear me now? I said it is a tool of the devil when used improperly. It can be a tool of God, just like anything can be a tool of God or a tool of the devil. You've got to decide how you're going to use yours. You've got to make up your mind where you're going to be, how you're going to live. You've got to know that the object that you're holding is not consuming you. There's nothing wrong with a cell phone, folks, as long as you don't let it consume you. But when you can't have a meal, you can't carry on a conversation, you can't go to the movies, you can't sit for an hour in Sunday school or your church service without touching that phone, it has become a problem. And you have placed that phone ahead of God. Now, do you hear me? I know this is a bitter pill to swallow for most everybody out there. bitter pill. But if you're walking around all day long like this, looking at that cell phone, you're not paying attention to the surroundings. You're not seeing the people who are broken, who need you. You're not seeing the people who are reaching out to touch you. You're not hearing the cries for help. People say, well, we don't have nearly as much need anymore as we did back, 20 years ago. No, you don't notice the need because your face is here. It ain't here. It's here. Open your eyes, church. Put the phone in your pocket. Pay attention to everything that's around you. Birds are singing. The breeze is blowing. Oh, glory. You can feel God moving when you just allow Him to be present in your life. But if that cell phone is in front of your face every waking minute, you're going to miss God. Do you understand me? You're going to miss Him. You're not going to know if He touched you. You're not going to know if somebody reached out to you. You're not going to know if somebody cried out to you. You're not going to know. Folks, everything can be done in moderation. Everything. I'm a fat guy. I like to eat. But if I walk around with something in my hand and I'm spooning or I'm eating a hot dog or, licking a ice cream cone or just something all the time, then food has become my life. If I sit with my entire life wrapped up in a computer, then that has become my life. I've said it 100 times. Folks, I've got MS. I do sit a lot. I have to. I don't have any choice anymore. I pray that God will heal me, but I kind of think it's my thorn in my side. It's what He uses to get my attention. And we all have one. He's got something that He uses to get your attention. But I still walk away from a computer, leave a cell phone on the desk, and go out and do things without electronics. I've got my guitar sitting right here beside me. I sing, I praise, I worship Him every single day with that guitar. Do you understand me? Now, sure, I play my farming simulator game, and every once in a while I play some Overwatch. But folks, it's not my life. Now, I use my Bible, and I do have a Bible on my cell phone. And I read my Bible. I take it with me everywhere I go. And I read that Bible. But even a Bible on a cell phone can become all-consuming and keep you from paying attention to everything that's around you. See, when you got a cell phone in front of you, you got blinders so you can't see to either side of you. And it's even like this. It's a bad set of blinders. Puts you into tunnel vision. You can't even see what's up here in front of you. It's dangerous. Not only are you putting your own life at jeopardy when you're riding down a road, driving a vehicle, and you reach over and pick up that cell phone to read a text or to send a text. Not only are you putting your life at danger, you're putting everybody else's life at danger. If you kill somebody, you're responsible for that. Do you understand that? Parents, don't give your children cell phones as babysitters. Number one, you have no idea what they're looking at out there, who they're listening to, what they're watching. You know, I've got a person that's near and dear to my heart. But when they fell in with the wrong crowd online, they completely changed their demeanor. Nobody could figure out what was going on with them until I said, put cell phone down. Put cell phone down, you get your young'un back. What? Put cell phone down, you get your young'un back. It ain't what you seeing, it's what you ain't. Well, they need that cell phone for school. They got to be able to access the internet. They still haven't got their child back because they don't want to deal with the problem that is at hand. And that is why today, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna tell you, that is why you got the school shootings. That's why you got the mass shootings. That's why you've got mass drug addiction. Why you've got mass porn addiction. Why you've got all these addictions. It's because nobody's paying attention to what their children are doing. Everybody's so caught up here that nobody pays attention to what's going on around them. As long as it don't affect your little 6x6 screen, you don't care. Folks, you got to put down the phone and pick up a Bible. You got to put down the phone and pay attention to what's in front of you, what's on the side of you. Listen to what's going on around you. Take them earbuds out and pay attention. I can't stress it enough. Whoo! I can feel the Holy Spirit so much right now, it ain't even funny. Folks, I'm telling you, you have got to pay attention. I'll say it again, pay attention. And by the way, if I haven't said it enough, pay attention. It's that important. You must know. You must know that if you don't watch children, they'll get in all manner of mess. You must know that if you're not paying attention on your job, your boss man's gonna fire you. So what do? You sneak off to the bathroom so you can get some privacy with that phone for a minute. Because you can't even go from 8 to 10 or to 10:30 without it before you get your break. You got to have it in between there. You can't even go 2.5 hours. Cell phones are more addictive than cigarettes and alcohol. There ought to be a warning on them. Now, who am I telling the truth? Am I telling the truth? You go to me and my kids like to go out and eat once a month when I get paid. I like to take them someplace like a little Chinese buffet or something like that, we can sit down as a family and have a meal. And I look around, and I ban cell phones at mealtime. They're not allowed at my house, nowhere around my table. Nowhere. That's my time with my kids. And if I walk up on my children and I say, what you got on that phone? They know they better turn it around and show it to me right then. Right then. Don't touch nothing. Turn it around because I'm going to look at it. And if you do touch something before you turn around, I'm going to take it. I'll monitor what my children listen to and what they watch. But you be sitting in a restaurant and you look around and you'll see two people there on a date. A date now. I ain't been on one of them in 19 years. But a date. Well, that ain't true. Me and my wife went out. We went out a lot. But we always spent time with one another. We didn't spend time with a phone. But they'll be on a date, and instead of paying attention to the person that's sitting across the table from them, they're on that phone. They're paying more attention to that cell phone than they are paying attention to one another. And you want to know why marriages are ending up in divorce. It's because of inattentiveness. Husbands, be attentive to your wives. Wives, be attentive to your husbands. Put down that phone and pay attention to each other and to your family. My God, it's so easy. It's so easy to see. There's even conditions now called phone neck, where people are having to have surgery to correct an unnatural curve in their neck that's causing massive migraines and eye problems. Come on, folks. Can't you see this? Jesus said, "Who touched me?" How would you know who touched you if this is all you can do? Come on, people. Love one another. Take time to talk to one another. Not chat, not text, not message, but talk to one another. Use the phone for what it was intended for. As a form of communication, a form of finding information. Don't use it as the new God in your life. Don't be able to not go 15 minutes without looking or touching it. Come on now. Pray about it. Think about it. I love you, but not as much as God.